Hi everybody and welcome to episode number 5 of Steve Cockerell's Unedited Run Chats. And Matt's back with me this week. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has viewed the MS Steptoe interview so far. Comfortably my best video in terms of views and in terms of comments. So I really appreciate that. But yeah, I think just continue the love for the channel, and like I said, it seems to be growing every week. But Matt, how you doing? Got over your illness?
Yeah, much better, thanks. Yeah, you did well to get through last week anyway yourself. But yeah, it's just I was just dead on my feet last week, so didn't want to fall asleep on the camera, so best to step aside.
No, absolutely. I think, but yeah, you're well and truly back. I think you had a decent training week, didn't you?
Yeah, you got back into it from like midweek onwards. Yeah, which was nice. You always doubt after you're ill whether you're going to come back like you were before when you're on a bit of a roll, but luckily the rest and I was all right.
Yeah, what was your 5K time on Saturday?
16:06. So yeah, that's 3 consistent ones under 16:10. So just keep pushing now to try and get under again.
Yeah, definitely. I think, I mean, if that's your comeback week, mate, I think you certainly got a 15 something in you, which, yeah, I mean, it won't be a 15:50. I reckon by the end of the summer, you'll be looking at 15:40s with a good bit of training in you.
Well, we can but hope.
Absolutely. I think for me to get under 20 would be a good target at the minute. Yeah. Absolutely. So this episode, for people who haven't seen the updates on the channel, so this is a special one. We're going to be doing a all-time British male team. It's around the running events, and so I think if we'd done the throwing, the jumps, and the females, I think we'll be here all night. But to be honest with you, I think it'd be interesting to see how different mine and Matt's answers are going to be. I think, like I said, we made one rule that we wasn't going to Google anything. Matt, I hope you haven't Googled anyone. I mean,
I've nothing written down. It's all on memory of great days growing up watching athletics.
Absolutely. I think I've written stuff down, but I can promise you I've probably missed a few people. But yeah, I certainly haven't Googled anything. So what I'll do is I'm going to bring up a screen which is very high tech. It's Microsoft Excel. So fantastic, very high tech. Cool. I'll let you kick off, mate. What event do you want to kick off with?
I think we might as well start at the top and work down.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. So 100 meters, first pick.
Okay. Well, I think this is probably obvious in the end of it, but I could think of 2 who deserve a mention. Going back quite some time, early 80s, Alan Wells.
Good shout.
And then you've got Dwayne Chambers later on deserves a shout, I think, as well.
Oh, he's not on my list. He's in the bad books for me, mate. But no, go on.
He's in the bad books, but I think he deserves a mention for probably some clean running along the way. And my number 1 choice, well, it's Linford Christie all the way. But again, he was a bit tarnished at the end, but that was actually after he'd retired. But for me, the best 100 meters runner we've ever had.
Oh, I think the Linford one is the first one that sprung to my mind, if I'm honest with you. This guy here, so the Dwayne Chambers, he didn't make my list for the obvious reasons, but I think just looking back on it, he couldn't have been dirty throughout. I mean, I know he had some great runs, and I think he tried to come back. He still ran at the trials, didn't he? From what I remember. Yeah. But yeah, Alan Wells, a great shout as well. I think I want to put a couple in there just to see what you think. I thought of Mark Lewis Francis. And I think Alan Wells made my list as well. Got Jason Gardner in there.
Yeah, another good shout. Yeah.
And actually, modern day sprinting, I've put CJ Uja in there. I think I think he might have a way to go in terms of, like, I don't know, consistency and making sure that actually he's on the list in the top times quite consistently. But I mean, for me, I mean, Chambers could get on the list. I mean, for me, I'd have Mark Lewis Francis. I mean, I have no issue with Christie or Wells. We could put Mark Lewis Francis in at number 2 instead of Dwayne, or we could leave it there. I'll tell you what, we'll decide that. Hang on, we'll come back to that. That's the beauty of it. We can always no, not a question mark. Mark Lewis Francis. There we go. So bit stuck in there, and I think we should just make clear the rule that actually we only said one person per one event. So now we can't select any of these guys for the 200 meters or anything like that. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see who we got for 200 meters. So should we kick off with the 200, or do you want to go for another one?
Yeah, 200. I've only got one name. There's only one name. There's one name for me on that. I just didn't even think. I just thought it's just such a standout person. Yeah. John Regis.
Oh, mate, I didn't even remember him. Oh, no. That's a shocker. Oh, mate, John Regis. Yes, he's going straight in.
I just can't think beyond him, to be honest, because he was just pretty much made that event his own. And
Oh, I've had a right mare there. I can't believe I didn't even know that John Regis. I mean, I've got a couple. I've got Darren Campbell. I've got Darren Campbell. I'm putting him in. You'll see my terrible spellings in a minute. Third one, I've got a couple. I've got Adam Jamili. He seems to have done well since he's come in. I've got Christian Malcolm. I mean, you could have put him over 100 or 200, to be honest with you. And there's a bit of a shout. I mean, I know he hasn't really performed this year, but I thought he was on the way up, which was Mitchell Blake for current day sprinting. But to be honest, I mean, the one that stands out for me is Jamili at the minute. But then looking at how good Christian Malcolm was, I don't know if I can choose, to be honest. I mean, who would you sort of go with? Because I know, because I know that you follow it just as much as me, so I'm sure that you'll remember Christian doing.
Oh yeah. I'm just trying to think who was the quickest. Actually, it's probably pretty close.
It's very close. Without looking at the times, but I must admit I'm sort of edging towards Christian. But then Adam's been bloody brilliant, isn't he? Since he's been in. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put Adam Jamili. Here we go. There. Oh, that's probably not how you spell it. Oh, dear.
It might be an IE on the end, but I'm not sure.
Well, never mind. He probably ain't watching. Sorry. No, I think. Look, I mean, we can revisit that if we need to be. But right, 400. Who we got?
Right. So I've got 3 for this one.
Mm-hmm.
I have got Ewan Thomas.
Yeah, good shout.
I've got Roger Black.
Yep, he's on my one as well.
Derek Redmond.
Derek Redmond. Didn't have him. I had what's his name? Mark Richardson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. But no, I think Derek Redmond's a shoo-in. I didn't have him on my list. No, I didn't have him. So let me put these in because I think they're a stretch. So Roger Black.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said,
probably the thing he's remembered for the most is being helped around the track by his dad when he got injured that time, and that was just.
Yeah, I mean, people forget how good. Runner. Yeah, people forget how good a runner he was. I mean, not just in the flat, but the relays as well. I mean, you look at the relays, you could have so many people there as well. I mean, I had Martin Rooney on my list. I mean, I know he's he bowed out of the trials quite badly, but I mean, what a servant he's been. But no, I can't really argue with Ewan Thomas, Roger Black, or Derek Redmond, if I'm honest. That was one of the smoother ones we've had.
Yeah.
Here we go. I think we could have a few difference of opinions here, I reckon.
Yeah.
Right. If we've got different,
quite tactical. Yeah, I've been tactical with these because there's 3 runners would get in the team, and the only way I could get them in the team was by putting them in different events.
I know exactly where you go with it. I know where you're going with it, but let's see who you put. Go on.
Well, for the 800, I've got Seb Coe.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Sebco. All right, I'm going to throw one in there now. Peter Elliott.
Yeah, I've got another old school one as well to throw in there.
Oh, okay. So hang on, let me put Peter Elliott in there just for now. We can always change it.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Didn't think of him, to be honest, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he was part of a four, wasn't he? In that era. I mean, unless you're going to come up with someone now that's going to go on. Who's the next one?
Tom McKean.
He wasn't on my list. Oh, mate. No, weren't on my list. I had.
Yeah, for someone from that sort of era who always thought always quite gave it a go.
Yeah. So Tom McKean, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a shout out to a current runner, Elliot Giles. I think the way he's really risen over the last year or so. I mean, you could argue any one of them. I mean, there's so many that I've got down for 1500 as well that you could actually have in the eight, which is mad, isn't it? I think. So is it Sesko? Is it McKean? Sorry, I've completely lost my trail of thought.
McKean, yeah, little C, K-E-A-N, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to put Giles in there. I'm really understanding because I think Cohen Elliott's a good shout, and then Tom McKean. Did you have anyone else?
No, that was it on that.
Yeah, you had yeah. So I mean, was it? I
can't see beyond number one, to be honest with you.
No, I can't. I think Co's definitely the standout one. But then you could look at some of the 1500 guys. I mean, go on, throw one at me. Throw one.
Right, 1500. I'll put down because of this tactical thing I've done. So everyone's included. Steve Cram.
Steve Cram, yeah. So yeah, he was on my list as well. And going straight to the other one as well was Steve Ovett. Yeah. I mean, look, I can't see beyond him either.
I'll put him in the 5,000. See, so I've been quite because to me, all of them have got to be in a team. There's no two ways about it.
Was Ovett? I mean, I saw him more as an 8:15 guy.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah, I'm not sure on the times, but I'd have thought he'd have been up there.
Yeah,
on the all-time list.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, I'll be honest with you. For 5K, I mean, I'm struggling with numbers on 5K. So
yeah.
Hang on. I'll tell you what. Let's put him in there for a question mark.
I'm not sure on the times, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I always had him
there.
I always had him more 8:15 guy. I mean, because he's won 800. I mean, I can't remember if it's a world or Olympic gold, but he's won 800 meter gold, isn't he?
Across the lot. I mean, he was across the lot really. He was that good of him. So
who else you got over 15 then? This has really pricked my interest now because I said Steve Ovett in the 5K. That threw me, if I'm honest. Who else you got?
The 1500. I just really went with because I was trying to get those three in. That was just sort of how I went across the board. So I thought Cram 15, Co 800, and Ovett 5. But
yeah, I mean, you look at some of the else. I mean, so I mean, the one who was really good when I was coming up. So there's two. There was Andy Badley and Michael East. Do you remember them? Yeah. I think Andy Badley still holds the record for parkrun, doesn't he?
Yeah, unless it's been broken, but he had it for some time.
Yeah, I mean, there's Andy Badley. I mean, Michael East, he was the real inform. I mean, well, he used to be the Golden League back then, but I mean, what is now the Diamond League? He used to really be up in all of them fields as well, Michael East. I mean, then the guy who really started off was John Mayock for me. But then the current day runners, you got Charlie Grice, you got Jake Whiteman. I mean, I know Jake competed in the 8, but I mean, he's a good 1500 meter runner. You got Charlie Grice as well. I mean, there's so many to choose. I mean, for me, I've got to have Andy Badley in there.
Yeah. See, there's runners as well before our time.
Yeah, I know, and this is what
you got. Brendan Foster, you got Dave Moorcroft, but there
Brendan
before my.
Foster. I did have him. I forgot.
I never saw him run, to be honest. So I can't really. I
But
can't really
no,
say
he's
where
a
they come
great.
in.
I mean,
Yeah, in times.
he's a great, and I can't spell
Yeah.
badly for the life of me. So I'm struggling
Not
here. I
bad
can't.
one. So badly. Yeah.
Oh, I'm struggling. But I mean, the third 1500 guy. I mean, I want to put Ovette back there, but you've thrown you've thrown me.
Yeah. We'll have to look at the times later, but I was just like I said, I couldn't leave them out the team because there were only one event each run. I had to judge things around.
No, I totally get it. I think oh, hang on. So who else am I going to put in the 15? I'll tell you what, I'm going to put him. I'm going to put Jake Whiteman.
Yeah.
For now. And then 5K. I mean, you've said Steve Ovette. I think you've done a great shout with Brendan Foster. I didn't even have him on my list. Go on then. Right. Who else you got?
Well, say 5. I literally just had to shoe them 3 in, so I didn't really think of any other names for them. Same with the 10,000. Yeah, there's a few names about, but it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I think absolutely. No, absolutely. I think. I mean, for 5K for me, I mean, there's a couple of other guys in there. I've got Dave Moorcroft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to have him. I mean, I've got Andy Butchart in there, but that's a bad shout. Actually, I think I mean, these are the standout ones for me. Right, God, I'm glad this ain't live. 10K. Look, if this guy isn't in here, then we'll go home.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, absolutely. 10,000 meter king. I think. I mean, yeah, he was good at anything from 1,500 meters up, but that was his key event. I think. I
think I got the British record for 1,500. I might be wrong.
Oh no, I think you're right. I think
I
think you are. And then I think 1,500 all the way through to marathon. He's got the records now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
God, dear. Right. Who else you got for 10K? Because I think because I've got a couple, but
I could throw a name in there who got to a Olympic final, who I would have mentioned in the marathon, but I'll throw him. I've probably got 3 other marathon runners, so I'm going to throw in Paul Evans.
Great shout. I had him on the marathon list, but actually thinking about the marathon list, I'm probably struggling to get him in. But I think I'll tell you what, let's go for him. Paul Evans, but then you're right. He could easily go in the marathon. I think, easy shout on that one. What about 10K? I mean, you've got a couple of good ones. I mean, you got Chris Thompson, who's, I mean, you could have him in there. I mean, he for me, he stood out when he got that silver medal behind Mo at the European Champs. That was when he really pulled it together. I know he's been absolutely ravaged with injury. But then looking old school, you've probably got Dave Bedford in there.
That's right. Yeah.
Oof. Who do I put in? Come on. He got any more names? Because I'm struggling.
Andy Vernon, of course.
Oh, of course you've got Andy Vernon. Yeah, you got Andy Vernon. Vernon or Thompson. I mean, but then you got Bedford as well. Wasn't he a world record holder, Bedford?
I would think so, probably at some point.
Tell you what, we'll leave that one for a minute. We'll leave that one. Now I'm really dreading this, mate. I've
only got one name for this because I can't. Yeah, I'm just sort of going by memory of watching an athletics event in Crystal Palace.
Oh, go on then. Throw the name. Then I ain't got Leo.
Mark Rowland.
Oh, thank God for that. I didn't have that name. Thank God for that. Right, so Mark Rowland. Yeah.
The only other one I could think of was Eamon Martin. He was a steeple-chaser, I believe.
Yeah, I think he did go over the chase, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then you've got, well, was it? You got the Commonwealth Games finalist Stuart Stokes. the great Stuart Stokes, who no one's probably heard of.
No.
And then you've got a couple of the current guys like Phil Norman and Zach Zedden. But I mean, the guy who's coaching a lot of the minute is Luke Gunn, who used to do Chase. But yeah, I'm struggling for the third guy. And yeah, I'll tell you what. Stuart Stokes, but no, it's a good shout on Mark Rowland, Naaman Martin, because I think I'd have been struggling for names there. I think, but now for me with that one, that's good. I'll tell you what, we'll come back to the hurdles. Marathon.
Right. So obviously we pulled Mo out of the equation because he's in the 10,000.
Yeah, that was a no-brainer for me. You know. Yeah, Mo's got the record, but I mean, his event's 10K. Easy. No, that's the right call.
So, marathon, the one for me, Steve Jones.
Yes. Steve Jones, he was, which one did he win in America? Did he win, which one was it?
I don't know if it was Chicago. Paul Evans won Chicago. I don't know if he did as well.
Yeah, I know Jones. No, it wasn't Boston. Was it Boston or New York? He won one of them. I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got Jones. I'll throw one in there. So I'm going to put in Ron Hill.
Excellent.
Ron Hill, way beyond it. Way before his time. That guy. So I mean, certainly no arguments with the two there. Have you got any more? Because I've got
Richard Narurka.
Oh, great shout. Yeah, he was on my list, but I've got a couple more as well. I think one current. One current one. I mean, Callum Hawkins. I mean, for me, what a championship performer he was. You know, he was denied. I mean, he was denied a Commonwealth gold when he was smashing everyone to pieces. Then he fell over himself. But yeah, you got Mike Grattan, you got John Brown. Narurka's a great shout.
He got, I think it's Charlie Spedding as well was another name back from the day.
Charlie Spedding. Yeah, he was right up
There's
there.
so many good things, 208-ish times back in the day.
Yeah. I think the one who was in the London marathons a lot when I was growing up was you got two actually. Another one's just sprung to mind. I think God was spoiled for choice. Rob Denmark and Mark Steinley. Mark Steinley was the one that was for me growing up. I mean, I think he finished about fourth or something when Khalid Kanuchi broke the world record that time. But no, I mean, we've got so many to choose from here. So you got Steve Jones, Ron Hill. Does Callum go? No, he can't. Callum can't come in there above any of them two. What are you leaning towards? I'm struggling here.
I'm thinking probably Richard Narurka was probably in the region of third or fourth quickest. I can't say that for definite.
Yeah.
But I think he was up there. Paul Evans, off the top of my head, I'm thinking low 208. I think he ran.
Yeah. No, I think
going quicker. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Narurka's probably the better shout, but so wants to get Callum in there, but no, I can't argue again. I can't argue against Steve Jones and Ron Hill. But Narurka, I think Richard Narurka. Here we go. No, that's probably wrong, but hey, never mind.
Not far off.
You're right. Okay. Hurdles. Have you got anyone?
I've got two names for the hurdles.
Yeah,
they always seem to be competing with each other back in the day.
Yeah.
Colin Jackson, number one. Tony Jarrett, number two.
Tony Jarrett, thank you. I couldn't remember his bloody name.
Yeah, them two always seem to have had some amazing competitions.
Yeah.
Colin Jackson probably just edges it with medals, I would say, but they were both brilliant.
Oh, they were both fantastic. And then obviously, I think straight after Colin, I mean, I've got a couple more. I've got two more names. I've got Andy Turner and I've got Andy Pozzi.
Yeah.
Andy Turner for me was just, I mean, not on their level, but he got very close. He got really close, and I think Pozzi, if he can stay injury free, I think he's definitely a contender, isn't he?
Yeah.
Who do we go with? Who do we go with? I'll come back to that one. I mean, look, there's a few which are coming to my head now. I'm just thinking, right, what really? I mean, Ovett for 5K for me. I don't remember him doing 5K.
Yeah, I'll have to look through the times, but I was just going by. I couldn't leave anyone out of Co-Cram and Open. I just couldn't because of how good they were. They were all top of the tree.
I mean, for me, going back to the field. I know we haven't done the hurdles yet, but for me, going back to the 8 and 15 list, I mean, rather than just shoehorning them in, Ovett for me is a lot better than Andy Bradley in the 15. But then who do we put in the 5K? Does that make sense? Because I think, because
Brendan Foster, a huge name. I don't know who was the quickest, him or Dave Moorcroft, but I'm guessing probably Brendan Foster.
Yeah, I mean, I know Moorcroft. I know they both held records at one point. Oh man, but no, I think Cram. Cram
comparing eras. Yeah.
I mean, Cram's the shoe-in for 1500. Yeah, I think that's the right one. But we'll come back to that one. 400 hurdles. Go on, throw some at me.
I've only got one. He was probably, I think he's still the record holder. He was stand out to me. Chris Akabusi.
Chris Agabusi. Fucking hell. Here we go. Let's spell this one. Is it?
I think it's with a K, yeah. And then AKABUSI, I think it is.
Agabusi. Yeah, that looks all right. Yeah. It's like that advert, isn't it? Chris Agabusi.
Yeah.
Oh dear, sorry. Watch too much telly. All right, so Chris Agabusi, yeah, that's a great shout. I like that one. What about Chris Rawlinson? You got him. You got Di Green. There's the other one, the Welsh one. I
can't think of it.
No, he dabbled with the 800 indoors. Hang on. Let me go. Chris Rawlinson. And what we got? Di Green. Yeah, Chris Agabusi was a great shout. I'll be honest, mate. I didn't have him on my list. I forgot him.
Really?
I forgot about him. Yeah, look, you've come up with a couple of crackers tonight, which I just didn't have on my list. I was just like,
I say, as we've done no Google, and I think we'll be Googling after to see who did what times.
We're going to have a couple of mares, aren't we? Let's face it. I mean, we're struggling to fill 10,000 meters, for God's sake.
I'm pretty sure, like some of these records, we'll be looking at like John Regis and maybe Chris Akabusi. We're going back to 93 probably.
Yeah,
for British records.
Yeah, I mean, the 100 meters. I love the Alan Wells one. First off, I thought that was a great shout, and we're still in the side between Chambers and Lewis Francis. For me, it's Lewis Francis, but then
I'm going to go with that one.
You sure?
Just over the dark clouds, basically.
Yeah,
acknowledged him as a runner, but at the end of the day, we'll go for the clean article. Well, as far as we know. So
as far as we know that nothing is factual at the moment when it comes to that. But hey, anyway, yeah. I think I love the 200 meter shout. John Regis, what a shout! I can't believe I didn't have him. I didn't have him on my list.
He's just incredible. I could even picture running now, and he's related to like Cyril Regis as well and all that. I think they were cousins.
I think my my wife liked John Regis when she was doing sports and stuff like that. So I was just, I'll get a kick in for that, I think. Yeah, absolutely. I'll get an absolute kick in. But 400, yeah, I can't argue with any of that. Ewan Thomas, Roger Black, and Derek Redmond. I can't argue with that.
Two. I was thinking like Black or Thomas.
Roger Black for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger Black for me. I think. Look, I mean, if we get 3 in the team, which is great, then yeah. But then 800 meters.
I suppose we'll go with the one. Yeah, we'll go with the one who had treadmills named after him. I think that's probably.
that's not a bad shout, really. Considering I run on them a hell of a lot more than I do the road at the minute. Jesus.
I've got so much respect for you, Thomas, because I mean he stepped up the marathons and stuff for charity, so he's a great guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you got and he done the announcing at the trials, hasn't he? He's been doing it. I mean, he's been doing that for quite a while now, which is good. But yeah, 800 meters. Yeah, you got Seb Coe, which you can't see past him. Peter Elliott. We need to choose here, man.
I'll go with that one. I think anyone who could race a Fort Cortina and beat it, I think has to be up
there. Oh man, right. So who do we go with? Do we go with Elliot Giles or Tom McKean? Go on. Tell you what, let's go. Oh, I don't know. I'm tempted to move Steve Ovett there.
But say we've got to go one runner per event. So if we're doing that, I think Coe all the way in on that one.
Yeah, well, I think, like I said, we go because I mean, for the Olympics, you got 3 spots for every event, and yeah, so we'll do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'll tell you what, let's go Tom McKean on that one because I don't think Elliot Giles is there yet. But yeah, I'm loving the Cram, Baddeley and Whiteman, Steve Ovett, Brendan Foster, Dave Moorcroft. Who else have we got for 10K? Yeah, 10K. Come on, we've got to think of someone.
Just someone more modern day on that one?
No, there isn't. Not that I can think of. Yeah, you could put John Brown in there again, but then to be honest with you, I can't see past Chris Thompson.
Chris Thompson, I'd say on that one because saying gutsy runner.
Oh, isn't he?
Probably over Andy Vernon, just because, I've seen him run how he's run the Great South before and how he did the Olympic trials. I think he's fantastic.
I think domestically as well. I mean, he's still one of our better runners, isn't he? He really is. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. Freak out. I'm not even going to bother with a free case chase. I can't. Who do we go? Andy Turner or Andy Pozzi? Do you remember the big races that these guys done? Because I think for some reason I want to edge towards Turner, but then Pozzi at the minute seems to be really up there in all the races. Who stands out for you? I really don't know, man. I don't know.
Bit of a call on that one.
I mean, we got Will. What was that? He was a really funny guy when he got interviewed. There was another one in there as well. Was it Sharman or someone? No. I've got to go with. Let's go with Andy Turner. Andy Turner.
I couldn't see beyond the front two really.
No.
But yeah, that's gold and silver for me.
No, I think you're right. I think absolutely. But then, the marathon you could took your pick really. I mean, Mo could have been a shoo-in for that. Paul Evans could have been in that one as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm honest with you, I would have put Paul probably over Richard Narurka. But to be honest with you,
Richard Narurka just edged him on time. There weren't much between them.
Yeah, I mean,
that minute difference. They were there was a lot very close. If memory serves me right, but I'll have to check it all out with lots of others as well. We might be out, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, if for some reason the times from that era will probably be. I mean, they all seemed very similar from what I remember. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it all kind of. Looking at that, I'll definitely take that team.
Yeah,
I'll definitely take that. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think the time you have to look at the times they did in their eras, and I think Steve Jones had done about 4 round about 2.7, 2.8.
yeah.
If memory serves me right. And then obviously Ron Hill was amazing, probably doing it in plimp soles and old kit and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So you
think.
look at the athlete in the times they ran in some ways.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, we can't really argue with that. And then the Ruka, I mean, I do remember him in some marathons, but then, yeah, I mean, I said trying to shoehorn Callum, I can't shoe him in. I can't get him in, unfortunately. I mean, I'm probably going to get slated for that at some point, but yeah, I can't.
Hopefully he will get. Well, whether we get down to that, could get down to that sort of time. But
Yeah,
2:08 is sort of, that's a hard marker to get down to, isn't it? It took
yeah, I think
a
that's.
long time to get below that.
Yeah, it kind of seems like the standard, doesn't it? But
Mm.
yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm quite happy with that team actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there? I'm just trying to think of anything else that I would get in there. I mean, I saw like we could really well no because it's not an Olympic event, is it? Half marathon, but no, I think yeah. Let's leave it there. I reckon we will. What do you reckon? Few comments on that one.
I think we'll be googling stuff later, and we're thinking, how did I forget him?
Absolutely. I think I'm going to do it straight after this. I will. But yeah, I think we'll get it posted. I think some of the Renegades will have something to say about it. I think a few of the Striders are going to say something as well.
Yeah. But we've done it. We've done it on knowledge, which is a good thing. We've not looked it up or anything. So
no, and I can tell you now, I'm going to be going straight to Google. I will be having a look at it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna book it in, and then I will stop sharing. Like that. There we go. I'm happy with that. That's booked in. So let's see what kind of reaction we get, if any. I think no. To be honest with you, there was a couple that were looking forward to it. I know Emma said she was going to probably try and look in on it, so she's probably going to absolutely destroy us on a few of them. But yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll get the women's one. We'll get the women's team sorted soon, and I think next week. I think obviously you was very keen on it, but I think next week we're going to do something around Mo, aren't we?
Yes. I say there's obviously going to be some announcements probably from his camp soon. So yeah, it'd be good to do a thing on his career, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. We can try and get that in for next week, and then like I said, if we can get the women's team in before that, then great. If not, then we'll get it in at some point. But yeah, I think I'm happy with the selections. What you got planned next week?
Hopefully have another 5K pop again next week.
Yep.
Just see if I can keep pushing it down.
Yeah, and I think for me, I'm going to try and get in a long run. I'm going to try and shift the chesty bit, the last remnants of it. So I'm going to run easy, but maybe a small progression run. But yeah, I want to see if I can get a long run in again. If I can manage a long run, then I know I'm on the recovery. So
yeah,
absolutely. Cool. All right. I think with that, we'll end it. But I think, look, next week is going to be around Mo, whether it's going to be, whether there's an announcement or not. But to be honest with you, his career is worth looking at because we know he's not going to the Olympics. His track career is pretty much done, unfortunately. Sounds me to say it because I was actually a bit more gutted than I thought I'd be. I don't know what you think, but
well, I just think it all comes to a time for everyone in whatever sport.
Yeah.
And to run the level he did it to the age of 38. It's sad that he couldn't do one more, but it all has to come to an end at some point. So it's now the time, really.
Yeah, and believe it or not, I've just had something flash up on the Facebook. So I obviously put a quick 6-minute review on the channel of day one. Martin Stevens, he's popped up with a nice answer, and I've something to think about. But actually, when Mo always chased the time, he was never top world class, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think he was always one of these top championship performers where he would go and chase the time early in the year where there's a few pacemakers, great, fantastic. But then he could always settle after that, and he would then train. He'd do your 5Ks, 1500 meters in prep for like a slow 10K race. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I think him trying to chase the time was actually a lot more difficult for him, which I can see that.
He was always good at winning a race when it mattered, and he just made the race his own, if you like.
Absolutely. I mean, he had people beat before the actual race itself, didn't he?
Yeah.
But definitely.
We can cover all that.
Oh, we will. Don't worry. And I think we might actually do a bit of planning on that one, believe it or not. We'll actually sort something out.
Bit of structure.
You're steady on. I don't know what that word means. Anyway, mate, I'll speak to you during the week, and we'll get something sorted. But thanks a lot for your time, buddy, and we'll speak to you soon.
Okay.
Cheers, mate.
See you, mate. Bye.